in the house. Thank you very much, baby. We are recording the meeting, so don't say anything you don't want held against you as evidence in the future.
Sax.
What?
Siege.
Take off, over.
Notice the silence once the recording went on.
All right, let's go ahead and timestamp this for 2:12 Eastern. Go ahead and stop the recording, wait 7 minutes, and start it back up. Pull a Nixon.
Are we pulling a Nixon?
Be the Roxy Gate scandal.
The missing minutes.
Oh, come on. Everybody knows that 7 minutes was just him singing karaoke.
It was
Yeah,
18.
that's what it was. That's
Oh, it
what
was 18? I don't know why I was thinking
18
7.
minutes.
Boy, have I got some good things here on the list for y'all. This is going to be an awesome closeout to 2016, and we got an awesome start on 2017. I think this is going to be great. Where the fuck are Minions coming from?
Sax.
Where the what? Where the what? Sorry?
The Minions.
Minions.
Oh, ha.
How cute.
Thought my Facebook was broken for a second there.
I muted DJ so I wouldn't get distracted by music.
That's Christmas music. I can dig it. It's cool.
Well, you missed Cartman's Christmas.
Oh.
User in your channel timed out.
Uh-oh, they're dropping
We're
like
going to end up
flies.
with 40 people in here before all said and done. That's pretty awesome.
Well, he tends to drop quite a bit. He has his funky internet.
He must be using Turbine's internet.
Somebody sent me a in-game
User
mail
entered your
asking
channel.
about RK Stones, and I don't remember who it was, and I deleted it, and I found some extra ones. And darn.
I bet it was a RuneKeeper.
Yeah.
My answer was, well, I don't have any extra. I usually go to the AH, and anything under 200 gold, I buy everything out.
Silver.
I was going to say, holy cow.
Silver, yeah, silver. Not gold, silver. My bad.
I thought we were starting. Are we starting?
Did we get everybody in TS?
User
find
in
a
your
Whopper?
channel timed out.
Poor Bolly.
Man, Mello and Brew in TeamSpeak, what year is this? Must be like 2013 or something.
Mellow Brew and Nike.
Oh, now we're going to like 2011. So just putting this out there before Hardy gets started, which should be any minute. In 8 days will be 15 years since the Fellowship of the Ring came out.
Wow.
The movie?
User
Yes.
joined your channel.
15 years, yes.
Wow.
All right,
That's
7 minutes
crazy.
are up.
Now I feel older than I did.
All right, here we go. We got a lot to cover. Let's keep comments to a minimum. Most of this is just going to be statements straight out.
User
Some of
joined your
these are going to be
channel.
shotgun statements. If they apply to you, take it to heart. If they don't, please ignore it. We're going to have translation going on in KinChat. So if I have to slow down, translator, please let me know. Or excuse me, transcriber, please let me know. And at the end of it all, we'll open up for questions, comments, and whatever, but we got some stuff to definitely chew through. Welcome, and thank you everybody for showing up to the pre-OHC Roxy Manor end of year kin meeting. Give you yourselves a big hand. As if we haven't noticed, we got a pretty good kin here, and that's because it's filled with really great people. I can't take any credit for leading a great bunch of people. I mean, if I wasn't here, y'all'd still be doing it. So thank you very much for being just excellent kinnies and making my job and the officers and the council's job just that much easier.
User joined your channel.
We talked about no drama in our kin, and we've done really well in the no drama department. I mean, really well. It's nice to see kinnies taking care of kinnies and supporting each other and helping each other and everything else that we do. And that's what makes us strong, keeps us strong, and will keep us going strong into the next year. I'm still getting mails popping up. Another one from Minuel. This is awesome. Let me start with her. About a week ago, I put out an email that said dies needed. Since we've been on Arkenstone, if you've noticed, we have a person in World Chat. Mina is a short name, and she gives away dies to people. And the other night, I'm sitting there and I counted up 1,452 dies on my alt, and I said, yeah, it's time to get rid of some of this. So I grabbed together what I had, put out the kin letter, and said if anybody has any excess dies, storage tunes, some of us old timers probably have it in stacks in our vault and it's just collecting dust, to go ahead and pass it forward to her so she can keep giving out to the community. And I talked to her for a little bit, and her husband are unkinned, and they're not really interested in joining a kin because they think of the entire server as their kin. I was blown away. It's not often we run across people with the Roxy spirit, but if we had to nominate a person outside of kin to have that Roxy spirit, it would definitely be Mina. From what I understand, she got a bunch of dies in the mail. And let me find her letter. It says, thank you all, and thank you so much to all of your kinnies as well. The outpouring of love has been phenomenal. I truly appreciate it. Great big smiley face, exclamation point. I also received emails on Fallowin and Hardy Bear pretty much saying the same thing, that she was just blown away at the generosity of Roxy Manor to help her do her thing in Kin Chat. 1 second. All right, I was just told I don't have to do my photo shoot tonight, so good to go. So thank you all very much for responding to that. We haven't done a lot of philanthropy stuff this year, and it's been kind of a bummer on me, and I'll take the brunt of the responsibility for not keeping it going as hardcore as we did the year before last. But you can definitely expect in 2017, we will be looking for causes to support, either in kin or out of kin, in real life, people's lives, where we can make a little bit of a difference. That's something Roxy's always been a little proud of, and it's our feather in our hat. So we will be doing more of the charity type work stuff. Blood donations are always big on my list, and there's a good reason for it. The blood drives that we do help a lot of people. We have kidneys that have had cancer, have cancer, are in remission, other medical emergencies that require transfusions. And I'll make the standing offer again. Anybody that donates blood and has proof of it, I'll give you 100 gold for it. One time only offer, so it means if you donate 12 times in a year, you don't get 1,200 gold, but you do get the 100 gold and you are added to Hardy Heroes list. Last year we had 28 people donate blood. 22 people claimed their prize. And that was 2,200 gold paid out in cash, in their hands, for doing something just as simple as donating blood. I understand some people can't do it, mad cow disease, their own cancer treatments, etc., etc. But please, if you can, they really need it. One transfusion can help up to 3 people. And when you quest with people that have been through the cancer and have beaten it and have received those transfusions, it really brings it home on a very personal level. So let's keep that up. And next year, let's look forward to doing a whole bunch more for other people. Transfers. If you haven't done your transfer yet, get it done. You should have 2 free tokens in your wallet from the screw up earlier this year. If you don't, I don't know what to say, but if you still have tunes on Brandywine and you want to bring them over because you're lonely questing over there and it's no fun, bring them over. Scratching these things off my list as we go, so bear with me here. Bell, are you here? Go ahead.
I was going to say, that's if you have transfer tokens. The tokens will be gone at the end of the year. You can still transfer using turbine points after that, but the tokens need to be used or you will lose them.
But not if you're on a closed server, then that's lifetime.
Right.
Yeah. Level 60 cap group. I'm glad you're here, Bell. Level 60 cap group. Bell's been leading a bunch of stuff with it, going into Moria, finishing out deeds, running Dome of Stars and some of the newer content, scaled down to level 60 to check out the gear and stuff. We're looking at putting the Rift run here up on the calendar real soon, and it will have some requirements that must be met before you go into the Rift. In other words, we're not going to take level 60 tunes that have full slotted essence armor and 3 times more stats than your regular level 50 tunes will. So Bell will be putting that up on the calendar and some requirements to go with it. Please do your best to follow the requirements so we can have a almost on level run in the Rift. And if you have not done the Rift on level, you are in for a treat. Any questions? Ask Bell.
Here in probably tomorrow, I'm going to put out a Ken mail asking for people to send me their tune names. I'll start a list on the Ken website of the level 50 cap tunes and the level 60 cap tunes. What Hardy's talking about as far as the gear is a lot of us have level 60 cap tunes that want to run the Rift. So what we're going to do is just use the level 50 armor, 50 jewelry, no LIs, stuff like that, make it actually challenging. But I want to get a list of who has what classes, so that way Kennies that are interested in level capping a tune artificially at either 50 or 60 will know what classes we need the most.
Good deal. Bell's going to be the coordinator on that. So any questions, emails, talk to Bell about it, and he will get us all squared up and into the Rift.
Not only
off my list.
Is that going to be a one-time only thing, or is it going to be a repeating thing?
It'll be a repeating thing. If you notice on the calendar, Ravi's been putting weekly Angmar runs. We did Carndoom the other night. She has Urgarth scheduled for this week, and then Brad Glaren for the next week. And Rift will be going up soon. The level 60 tunes, we've been running Osgiliath and getting the Osgiliath armor on our level 60 tunes because Well, we're thinking of trying a tier 2 Dome of Stars at level 60. So
Wow, that sounds like fun.
So for that one, you know, we really need really good geared tunes, because even at level 60, the tier 2 mobs cut through about 5k of your mitigations.
Cool.
So,
And all
and we're
that
gonna
will
do
be
the-
available online in the email forums and coming out in emails. Bill will keep us advised on everything that's going on. And for anybody that has any questions on it, refer to him. If he's not on, refer it to another ORC so we can pass the note on to him when he is on, or send him an in-game email. All right, moving on. We got to move on. We got lots of stuff to cover today. Greetings and goodbyes. Okay. This is a personal pet peeve of mine, and we're going to fix it real easy. I don't like it when people get ignored in chat when they log in and say hello or goodbye. I understand we're busy and we're doing things. And if you're in the Moors, it's really hard to type hello, goodbye. If you're in the run we were in last night, SST2, at 1:30 in the morning, sometimes it's hard to type in hello, goodbye. Also, it's hard to tell sometimes when people come in and say hello. If you log in and come into the Kin, you got your screen open and the Kin chat's flowing, it takes anywhere from 5 to 15 seconds before a person fully loads in after hitting enter, and sometimes longer, before they see anything in Kin chat. I usually wait until someone comes on and I see they say hello Kinnies. That tells me they just logged on and are acknowledging everybody in the Kin. That makes it easy for me to see and respond back, hello person. Same with goodbyes. You say good night Kinnies. All right, I know you're out for the night, so I do my best to reply. If you log in and just put hello, which definitely is appreciated, don't get me wrong here, but we could be saying hello to the other two people that logged in just before you, and in order for me to see that you just logged in, I've got to stop and scroll like a madman up in my Kin chat and see who logged in and who didn't log in, and I'm looking for it and stressing. And then someone says, well, I come into the Kin chat and no one says hello. Okay, there's probably a reason for it. You logged in right after someone else logged in, and that other person said, greetings, Kin, good evening, Kin, good morning, Kin, good morning, people, hello, everybody. And they don't know that you logged in and are just saying hello to the other person. So in order to avoid this, try to put hello Kinnies, so we know definitively that you have just logged in and are saying hello to everybody, and everybody can have a chance to respond to you. Same with going to bed at night. We get a lot of confusion when someone says good night, and then you got 17 people saying good night to 3 other people that aren't logging off, that just said good night to the first person logging off. So let's try to be a little mindful of that. We are a very social, family-friendly kind of knit Kin, and the greetings and goodbyes and hellos can mean a lot to a person. If someone's having a really bad day and they just want to log into the game for a little bit of companionship, fellowship, hang out with people they kind of know, it's our responsibility to do what we can to make sure that the people are greeted in a proper fashion and said goodbye to in a proper fashion. So let's remember that when we log in. We say good evening, Kin, good afternoon, Kinnies, so we know definitively that you have just logged in and are saying hello to everybody, so everybody can get a chance to respond to you. And don't forget, some people could be busy doing this, that, or the other. Me personally, I could be up and chasing dogs or kids or dealing with something else, and I don't always have time to put AFK in Kin chat. I try to say it in TeamSpeak because that's where I hang out 99% of the time. So don't be too upset or quick to judgment if someone doesn't give you a ton of hellos real quick. Okay? Not to say grow a thick skin, but let's be mindful that other people are busy with their things too. Awesome.
I just want to throw in real quick on the goodbyes. When you're logging out, if you've already hit the log out button and you type goodbye or good night, we don't have time to respond to you. So type in good night, give a 5 count before you hit log out so we do have the time to respond.
Or like in ITW, Kay and I had a pet peeve, same thing. Don't
We
say
had a
goodnight if you're just going to
15-second
log in
rule.
2 sec. We had a 15-second. Or don't say goodnight. You know, if we don't have time to say goodnight back, well, you're gone anyway, right? It's more of a social, have a good night, take care, that kind of thing. So if you're just going to go, just go. But if you'd like to say goodnight to the kin and we'd like to respond, then please do a 15 count or something, as Nikki was saying.
Most definitely.
I want to
Give
add
a little,
another
get a
thing.
little.
One more thing I'd like to add about TeamSpeak is hopefully this would encourage more kiddies to use it, but a lot of us that run stuff, a lot of it is impromptu. Hey, let's who feels like running something? You know, that's how most of the runs start, is in TeamSpeak. I know there's a lot of kiddies that like to run content and they miss out on a lot of stuff simply by not being in TeamSpeak when this stuff just comes up out of the blue.
And sometimes there's enough people in TeamSpeak to fill a group almost immediately, and we don't have to put it into kin chat. And it kind of makes me feel bad because I want everybody to get a chance to run their stuff. But when we got 15 of us sitting in channel and 14 of us are bored out of our gourds and someone else is out picking off flowers, and we say, let's do an SS, and we got 9 people going, yeah, I'll jump in. I'll do anything. I'm up for whatever. It doesn't always hit kin chat.
It's not only instances either, but I mean, we talk a lot about general class stuff, you know, so you can learn a lot just by sitting in TeamSpeak and listening or asking questions.
Definitely. Come hang out. Meet some people. A lot of fun. All right. Next. RM.
Just had somebody message me saying they can't use TeamSpeak. I didn't answer. What would you like to say to those people?
Often uninstall and reinstall works because the game takes over. Vent works the same way. So it's turning off game sounds altogether, turning off the game, and then
I didn't
loading.
ask them what it is, but
Okay,
let's
sorry.
say there's a reason somebody can't use TeamSpeak. What can we tell them about feeling like all these runs happen and they don't get asked in kin chat?
Be more vocal in kin chat about wanting to do a run.
That's the best thing
Definitely.
to
And
do.
we'll make more of an effort to include everybody in the runs by throwing it out in kin chat and filling groups that way, so everybody knows at the same time, yes, this is what we're running, and if we can get more new people into the runs, that's even better. It is still almost imperative though, when we're doing the tier 2 stuff, we can't type out 15 pages of directions in kin chat. That's just unreasonable. It takes way too much long. We can explain it in like 30 seconds. So to run the T2 stuff where it is more demanding, please make every effort you can to use the TeamSpeak, even if it's just to listen on headphones.
A lot of the reasons I prefer TeamSpeak is I'm hard of hearing, so I can't hear in-game chat very well.
Nobody can.
So, I mean, that's number one reason why I prefer TeamSpeak.
Can we stop with the emotes?
Yeah, please. We're trying to get stuff transcribed into kin chat, and I don't want it flying off of people's pages while they're trying to read stuff.
Towels coming in, and I don't want to miss this.
Definitely.
If people have trouble getting TeamSpeak to work, technical issues, ask in kin chat. Myself, and I'm sure there's lots of other people, are IT professionals and probably can help get them straightened out if they'd like to be straightened out.
Definitely. When in doubt, ask.
I know there
It
are
could
a
be
few
as
kiddies- I know there are a few kiddies that play Lotro at work, so in those situations they can't use TeamSpeak at all. For them, I would just say, yeah, definitely be more vocal in kin chat.
All right, let's get on to the next thing. We got a lot to go.
They said their PC is old and they're on satellite internet, so I don't know who this person is. And they light. Anyway, go ahead.
Satellite's a different story. Allstig's on satellite. He's still able to run the instances and do the TeamSpeak. And I don't know the situation of his computer, but I think he's got kind of a newer one. TS really isn't that much of a resource draw. If it is, we can lower graphics and do stuff like that. But we have IT people and professionals here in game that work with computers, so we can get that fixed. All right, RMRM channel. Sec sent an email on this the other week. RMRM is for Roxy Manor, Roxy Moxie people, or people that are in the other Roxykins that are not in the Roxy Manor chat. If you're over in Roxy Moxie and hanging out, or in one of the other Roxykins, this is how we communicate with everybody else. If you're not in TeamSpeak, you need to talk to somebody. That's the channel we use to flap with everybody. Please do not give it out to other people. This is our channel for our kiddies, and we don't want a bunch of asshats coming in and being stupid in our channel. Same rules apply. No cursing, no sexual content, and we leave religion and politics at the door. So everybody should know that is our alternate communication channel. Even if you're on a tune in another kin and you need to talk to some people over here, use it. You're a kinny. Just don't give it to people that are not kinnies. Please. Please, please, please.
Anyone coming from Into the West can delete party chat and join RMRM instead. It's
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have found Scruffy Nerf Herder last night if I leave party chat.
well, you and I are different, but
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, the channels
everyone
we have
else, there's
set
no
up-
reason for them to have to use
True. Right, good point, Ravi. Sorry.
Yeah, the channels we have set up for helping kins merge in, we've got Into the West and Remnants of the Past. We'll leave those channels open for a little while. The leaders from those kins, or the people in positions of authority, should have those channels definitely open. I'm full on my channels. I can't add any more. And I'm really bad about remembering to take them off and put a new one on, and I got to do it on 11 different tunes. And then Hardy starts growling like a grizzly bear. So I'm going to leave that up to, I see Brad here. He's from Remnants of the Past. He was one of the leaders over there. He'll have his channel open to get kinnies in. We got Siege, we got Ravi, we got half a dozen others from Into the West. So we should be covered on channels. And sometimes it does take a while when a kin merges to get, more people over. Some people haven't logged in a while, or whatever the case may be. So let's do make every effort to make sure those people do find a good home. That's very, very important to me. Scratch that off the list. And while we are talking about chat, etiquette on the microphone, and I'm going to beg this. Please do not use the voice-activated non-push-to-talk option. When you are on the non-push-to-talk, we hear everything in the background. We hear you blowing your nose. We hear you clearing your throat. We hear your wife yelling at you. We hear your cats going at it in the background. We hear everything that's going on. You may not think it's coming through, but trust me, it is. And if we could just be mindful of that while we're in TeamSpeak, we got other people that may not want to hear you blow your nose or clear out your throat phlegm or other things like that. It also goes into eating on the microphone. I know some of us eat while we play, we snack while we play. Finish what's in your mouth before you decide to speak. That's what I tell my 5, 7, and 8-year-old when we're at the table and they get excited and they
User
want to
joined your
tell us
channel.
something, and they just stuff their mouths full with a big piece of sourdough bread and 2 raviolis and a baby carrot. All of a sudden, they've got something to say.
According to email,
So-
not you, Sax. Swearing.
So let's be a little mindful of being on the mic and smacking our gum or chewing our snacks or anything like that, because to some people it really is a stomach turner. That's one of the worst noises you can hear, one of the worst noises you can hear in TeamSpeak. And let's just be mindful of other people and considerate to them. And if somebody is habitually doing it, we're going to start by sending you a tell saying, hey, can you please not eat on the microphone in the TeamSpeak? The next will be you need to stop eating on your microphone in TeamSpeak. And after that, you will be muted in TeamSpeak until said behavior is corrected. I hate doing that, but we've had some complaints about it, so please be mindful of other people. Courtesy, courtesy, courtesy. Following into courtesy, please and thank yous. When people offer up stuff in KinChat, it's their stuff. To see me, or gimme, or I need that without a please behind it is just rude. We're all grown-ups here. We all know the magic words, please and thank you. Those are the best things you can say. It really makes a person feel better when someone says, could I have that please? And after you receive it, thank you very much. It's just simple courtesy. Even if it's PLZ for please, I'll accept it. And it makes me happier personally after I just cook 2,700 food and throw it out to the kin when people say please, because I'm putting forth my time and effort into sitting there cooking the foods. And I know everybody likes the foods, but I like to see please too. Makes me feel good. Just me personally. So let's remember our manners while we are in KinChat, TeamSpeak, and the etc. with the please and thank yous. And while we're on behavior, I'm going to touch on one that is a real pet peeve. Everybody knows we do not troll World Chat. I say encourage World Chat, talk in it if you must, but just remember who you're representing. You're representing Roxy Manor. We have a very good reputation. It followed us from Brandywine, and we will make sure to uphold that good reputation. So please, no trolling or being mean to people in World Chat. And this also goes for the Moors. I know Moors is a little different, and people need their little e-peen stroked, and there's a bunch of smack talking over there. But before you start getting ugly on somebody, remember who you're representing while you're on that tune. We don't want to get a bad name because someone's flapping off in the Moors about something that did or did not happen and anything else like that. So to be on the safe side of caution and also on Hardy's good side, please be mindful of what we say. Scratch that one off the list. And that was a recommendation that was sent in to me. So while I'm not in the Moors and I don't see it, trust me, we have a better intelligence network than the NSA does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to backtrack, Hardy, but when we're saying please and thank you, people asking for stuff to be crafted, we have the website. They can place crafting orders as well.
Definitely. For crafting stuff, if you can't get someone to craft you anything online at the moment and you know you're going to hit 35 in a day
User
or two
joined your
and you're
channel.
still wearing level 18 armor, drop it on the website, giving people a day or two notice that you might need stuff. Sometimes it makes it easier for our crafters to go to the website, pick up a crafting order, and fulfill it there rather than while we're in game and in a run and someone has to stop after the run to go do something and wait to get back into the run, we do have the website. You can place orders there. Try to place them in advance. And for high item things like first aid, level 100 stuff, please have the symbol at least. Definitely
And when
use
you're
the page.
placing those orders, it's good to include what class you are too, so the crafter can get that easier.
Yes.
If you're mailing notices, like I tell people if they want tools made, just mail it to me, and I'll send them the tools.
Same goes for armor and stuff like
You know,
that. It is class specific, so we want to make sure your crafter has the most information you can get, so be detailed. I need armor for a 24 champ. I need armor for a 38 RK. So we can place orders there. Okay. Now we're coming down to the good stuff. Holiday schedule in Roxy Manor for the month of December. If you've been in the Ken a while, you know that there is a set event every night in Roxy Manor. Every day there is an event posted on the calendar. So nobody
User joined your
can
channel.
say there is nothing going on. There's always something going on. It depends on your level of participation. Someone last week said, well, y'all don't run enough endgame stuff. And it's like, really? We've had Throne Tier 1 posted up every weekend for the last 5 weeks. We've run more SS groups than anybody I know of. Quay's armor. We've done so many SS groups, we're practically
User joined your
throwing the
channel.
armor away because we can't get enough people to come into the run after it's over, after the mobs are dead, just to roll on the piece of armor. That we're just leaving it in the chests. So we do a lot of stuff here. It is definitely, we are a busy kin. If you can't do the run that's posted on the calendar, no problem. You want something posted on the calendar? Put it up. As always, anybody can post or host an event in Roxy Manor. If you have any problems, get with any officer, any council member, and we will help you walk through it. And if you don't know the run, we'll even help with that too. Don't post a Rift raid or a 12-man raid the day before you want to do it. You probably won't get a lot of signups. If you do post an event, give it a couple of days. Be mindful of somebody else posting their events on the website, and make sure they have enough time to finish or you have enough time to finish so both events can be attended by people that want to do both events. Events can be anything. Chicken runs, deeds, helping people craft, crafting levels, farming, setting up runs, 312 6-mans. You want to do certain number of runs to help people get a shield from a run and you want to block an hour for it. Do it, please. Set it up.
I was going to say as well, advertise your events that you posted in Ken Chat. Myself, when I first joined the Ken, it took me about a month or so to get used to checking the website and calendar every day. So for new people, just, as a reminder, hey, sign up for my event this week.
Definitely. If you post an event, you should be on a good hour and a half earlier, putting it in Kin Chat in the box saying, hey, I've got Fluffing-Up or Snuffleupagus run coming up in about an hour and a half. So if you're interested, please sign up. And people do sign
User
up for the
joined your
events.
channel.
It really helps the raid leader go to take a look to see what they've got so far, what they're working with, what classes they need, what classes they have signed up, who the alternates are. Even if it's full, sign up on it. People don't show up. We take people in the order that they are signed up in, depending on class, if that's a requirement. Sign up, sign up, sign up, please. And then for the people hosting, put your events in Kin Chat so everybody knows what's coming up and what's going on. Communication is key. For Christmas and our holiday schedule, things are going to be a little more lax. We have a lot of OHC events posted for December, for those that don't know, OHC is Operation Hardy Claws, and we're going to cover that real quickly here in about the next 5 or 10 minutes. We're not going to do a 100% full-blown detailed explanation because I'm sure there's going to be people that won't be attending them or just might come out for emotional support and not do the actual OHC stuff. Anything is appreciated, but we will explain that at OHC meetings because I don't want to take up too much of anybody's time today. Okay? So, the holiday schedule is going to be light. We're going to keep it light for the rest of the month until the end of the year. After January, things will pick up full force. Council and officers are the ones that make sure the calendars are full. Kenny's, back them up. You like the events being posted? You like having something to do every day? Help us with it. We understand that holidays will be here. People got to go shopping. People are going to be traveling. People have family coming in. People are the family coming in for the holidays. And it's going to be pretty much real life dominates December. And we can't help that. If I could ban holidays, I would, but they won't let me, so we got to deal with it. Just kidding. So for December, don't get too upset if we don't get a bunch of runs done because we got a bunch of other stuff going on. And part of that other stuff is my favorite time of the year, my personal favoriteest thing to do, Operation Hardy Claws. This is a beautiful event. We got something really great going on. This is our 9th year running it as a kin. And I think it helps us get together as kinnies and hang out together and share a little bit of that spirit with each other. I can attest that we are not just pixels on the other side of the screen, on the other side of the world. The people in KinChat, in TeamSpeak, we're all real people. And this is a real event. And we're going to be helping out other real people. OHC, we have a bunch of critted materials, swords, weapons, shields, daggers, javelins, staves, roomkeeper stones, all kinds of stuff, blueberry tarts that we go and load up our bags with, go to a low-level area, our Chet, Combe, Selendum, Thorns Hall, and Michael Delving, and the band is playing, we got people lighting off fireworks, dancing, sparring, and we invite all the little lobies to come up and say hi and get a present. And then we load them up full of stuff. That, in a nutshell, is what OHC is. We've got it planned right now, I think, for hour-long blocks on the calendar. Is that right, Sax?
An hour long, and depending on how busy it is, we'll stay out there longer or possibly
Or
less.
cut it shorter, yeah. Depending on how busy it gets, how many people we got coming up, how much stuff we're giving away. If we're in a hot area, let's say our Chet has a lot of new people coming in and low people leveling, and we go to Combe and it's still hot, we might stay out for more than an hour. Nothing is mandatory. Everything is voluntary. Please, if you want to show up with bag space. That's the keyest thing I can say for Operation Hardy Claws. Come with empty bags. If you plan on participating with it, we got jobs for everybody. If you want to play in the band, get with Sax. Sax has put together a beautiful OHC package with the songs that we play. And the more band members, the better it sounds. The more volunteers we have, the easier the work is. Come in, get in on it, see what we do. And this is our way of giving back to the community, much as Mina does with her dies. We've got a shout out already on the Lotro forums. The community developer dude, manager Cordovan, did I say it right?
Yes.
Has given us a shout out on the Lotro page. Sax does the multimedia stuff, so he'll be getting with 10 Ton Hammer, MMORPG. I think we talked Lala into talking to Bloodborne, see if we can get a shout out on one of his streamcasts. Is that what it's called?
Yes. Yeah, I will get that.
Cool. Word of mouth will be out there quite a bit. It's a lot of fun. It really is. And it's our way of giving back to the community and our way of saying thank you for being such a great community. and allowing us to be a part of it. I think Arkenstone's going to get their socks knocked off this year because I don't think they've ever had anything like it on their server before. New Year charity stuff. I touched on it just a second earlier. Roxy's known for its philanthropy. We do a lot of out-of-game stuff. Last year wasn't as much. The year before was a ton. This year offhand, I can think of the blood drives. I can think of the adoption fundraiser we helped try to do. They're pretty close to having enough money to get the attorney to get another kid. These people were friends of mine, and they can't have children themselves, so they adopt. And if I could show you pictures of the little boy they've already adopted, there is never a picture where this kid is frowning or has sad face. He is one of the happiest, cutest babies I have ever seen. And these people are just beautiful parents, and they can definitely handle more than one kid. And they want to open their home to a child less fortunate that doesn't have a family and adopt them and make them one of their own. So that's why I posted that up there. We also did last year, last year we did St. Jude's blood drive. No, St. Jude's fundraiser for a college student who was doing it with his fraternity, I believe. We did a card drive for the little boy that lost his dad, and his mom was asking people to send in cards and stuff. And I know Roxy took it well above and beyond and was sending them stuffed animals, toys, homemade hats, the whole 9 yards. We did the same thing for a Kenny who had problems in real life. One of his children passed away, and there was a bunch of extenuating circumstances with it. They weren't going to have a very good Christmas. Roxy stepped up. People were sending in presents. People were sending in hats, gloves, and scarves for the kids. 3 different kids, 3 different ages. We raised a ton of money, sent it to Mello, and Mello took it and went Christmas shopping and made sure those kids got a spectacular Christmas courtesy of Santa Claus at Roxy Manor. If people have anything they want to bring to the attention of O&C as far as philanthropy goes and doing good deeds and whatever for other people, please let us know. We can't get in on everything, but we want to get in on the ones that probably mean the most to people. We're bouncing one around right now, and we should have details coming up on it in another week or so, maybe even less. And if it's something just as simple as mailing somebody a card, I think we can all afford the 47-cent stamp, and we all have a box of cards laying around. If not, go get a card for the people and mail it off. Even just a simple gesture, something that small, can really mean a lot to somebody else. Let me go through my emails here real quick and make sure I've got everything. We touched on the channels, touched on the philanthropy, touched on the dies. We got an email here that talks about helping people get their armor before the 19.2 lockdown. I think the way it read is it's only going to be Throne Tier 2, that you can't swap tunes in and out of anymore to get armor. That's not an issue in this kin. Yet. We will be tackling more Tier 2 content. April will be doing that. She's going to be busy this month with family in and out of her house. So if we don't see her until January, we completely understand why. People, if you do need help getting gear, say something. There's lots of different ways to get it. And I know people like Belle and Karth and Lala and a couple others, we do the runs just to do them to help other people get their stuff and to teach people the runs and get them into runs for the first time. Last night we did Doma Stars and SS Tier 2, and we had people that had never done it before, and it was a real blast, and we had a fun time doing it. So let's make sure we keep that up. Going through my emails. thought I had a couple more. Another thank you letter from Mina. That's always nice. Did the kin channels. Look good. There was a concern from McKinney about certain classes not being invited to certain runs. Since the classes have had some upgrades and we have some people that really rock their classes, we tried last night Doma Stars Tier 2 with a Berg and a Bjorn, and we beat it. Silent Street we tried, but we didn't quite have the DPS, and some of it could have been gear, or some of it could have been just needed to max something out here, there, or the other. But I tell you what, getting those other classes in was a lot of fun. So it's not just a strict binary, you have to have 3 RKs, 2 champs, and a healer to run something anymore. We can start getting more classes in there. And for people that are good on their class and understand how to play them and can play their bear as a support role or as a tank, definitely get in on these runs. Medding had a blast last night. The Bjorning had a blast last night. Everybody had fun on those runs last night. It was very interesting to see the mechanics of these different classes on those different runs and being able to accomplish it, because now it proves there is no excuse not to take certain classes into runs. Yule Party. Thank you, Sax. The Yule Party and house contest will be after New Year's because of everybody's schedule between now and Christmas and the end of the year, with travel, party, shopping, and doing everything they have to do at their houses to get ready for their Christmas or Yule Festival or Winter Solstice or whatever you want to call it. We will have the big kin party and the housing contests and everything after New Year's. So sometime in January, we'll set up to have a big kin party, and we'll get together, and I bet we could talk Nike into doing Name That Tune again, and we'll do the lemming jump at the end of the party. And if anybody has any events they want to try to do in the party, please get with us and let us know what you'd like to do. We've got 9 years of experience running kin parties, so we kind of have an idea what works, what doesn't work, and maybe throw in some ideas with your idea, and we can get events going for people that have not done them before and have just that much more fun at our parties. Yay!
Woo woo.
All right, that's everything on my note list. Oh, one more. Everybody knows we have the t-shirts, and we do those about every 6 months, twice a year. We've had people ask, well, how can I get one of the older shirts? I'd really like to get the Roxy Manor Blue or Roxy Manor Red, or how can I get my black shirt? I missed it. Sax is going to be working on that. We're going to have actually 2 different fundraiser / kin product things going on at the same time. We're going to be having our every 6 month shirt, and we've opened up a site at Cafe Press. So if you want a Roxy Manor coffee mug or Roxy Manor mouse pad or anything else Roxy Manor, oh my gosh, I saw onesies, footy pajamas, t-shirts for dogs, keychains. There was so much stuff that has our RM logo on it. It was mind-blowing. Well, the
User joined your
XXL
channel.
onesies, Pokey, would be the footy pajamas, and they do come in sizes up to 2 or 3 XL. And I was like, wow, footy pajamas with the Roxy Manor thing on it. That is just too cool. So we definitely got a lot of stuff on there. The prices on Cafe Press, we've cut down to the absolute minimum. So we're not going to be making a ton of money on that to afford the TeamSpeak or the website. That we usually rely on the t-shirt sales, and then we always have people making personal donations to the TeamSpeak and the Kin Chat, and there's not hardly ever a problem in funding those services. And since we do pay for them, people, please use them. The Roxy Manor website's full of all kinds of interesting information, real life pictures, a greeting page where you can say hi and something about yourself in real life. There's four, five, six good solid pages you could go in and just start reading about all the other kinnies in the kin. We also have the Facebook site. So if you Facebook a lot like some people do, like me, then join the site. Be more social. Get to know the people around you. It's a lot of fun. It really is. Use the resources we have. Please, we pay for them. We want to see them get used. And I think that's it. That's all I've got. So we'll open it up to anybody else that has anything else. Please keep it brief, concise, to the point. If we don't have an answer for you, we'll put a pin in it and pop it in the OC forum and give it a proper discussion. If it's something else that can be addressed right now, we will address it right now. So does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, things they want to bring up? Can be positive, can be negative, doesn't matter. Just bring it up.
One thing I had, this is Sarge. Yesterday I was crafting a bunch of stuff for people and things like that. Don't get, offended if I forget, because like you kind of touched on, sometimes we're in the Karn Doom run and somebody asks for something and it's like, oh, I'll do that after I'm done, and then you forget. Send me a mail, remind me. I'm happy to help. Sometimes I just forget, and I'm sure other people do too.
Yeah, I think that goes for everybody. If you're in the middle of something and you say, I'll do that when I'm finished, just pop a mail to them, because I'd forget as well what you needed or who it was.
Yeah, who it was, or sometimes, that person has gone offline and it's like you were saying, okay, somebody needed a Runekeeper stone, but I don't remember who it was. Just send me, hey, this is so-and-so. I have a champ. You were going to make me
User
level
left your
38 armor. Do that. That'd be great. Just a quick little something to remind me so I go, oh, yeah, that's right. That's who it was.
Definitely. Communication is key. Last week or week before, somebody asked somebody else to craft up some essences, and they got them crafted up, and then they had deleted the email from the person they got it from, and were literally flipping out trying to figure out who to get these essences back to as soon as possible. And it was, I felt bad for the guy. I mean, I really did. He did what he was asked to do. He forgot who to send them back to because he deleted the email, and it ate at him for at least a whole week before we finally figured out who it was and were able to get the essences back to that person. No fault of the person that asked for them. Sometimes real life gets busy and you can't log back in for a couple days. We understand that. Communication is key. So the more communication we do, the easier it is to get things done with each other, right?
I just
Correct.
had a question.
Absolutely.
Somebody wanting to know if they can have a snowball fight at the kin party.
If the
because,
fields are still up, yes.
Okay.
If not, we can always post that as an event while the festival is going on. And it is a lot of fun to have 10, 15. One time we had 20-something people at the snowball fight, and it was just chaos, pandemonium, and hysterical fun. We had a blast with it. So if people want to definitely set up events like that, if we can't get it at the kin party, if they end the festival too soon, definitely post the events. Like we say, as always, anybody is welcome to post or host an event on the Roxy Manor calendar. You don't have to be officer or council to do it. You just have to be registered on the page.
Oh, which reminds me, again, we had someone who could not log into the page. We need to touch back
User
on
disconnected
that.
from your channel.
If you can't log in, do not try more than 3 times. Don't even try 3 times. Get with Sax or Hardy so you can get a new password, because if you try more than 3 times, it will block you out.
And if you have to, write your password down. If you come to me every other day needing your password changed,
Pokey. There we
thank
go.
you, sir.
Hey, this is Bim. Speaking of that, I don't change my password. I was in IT for over 15 years. I know how to do passwords. Something screwed up. My password on 3 different accounts all of a sudden didn't work, including Roxy Manor. I do need it reset, please.
Okay, get with Sax after the meeting and he will hook you up.
Okay, thanks.
We had a person that was getting their password changed 2 or 3 times a day and wasn't writing it down and couldn't remember what they used and then spamming it and getting kicked from the site. And we have to go back in on the admin side, and that's when I start growling like a grizzly bear.
Yeah.
I forget passwords too. I understand
I just
it.
don't know
That's
what
why I
happened.
use my...
Just 3 sites, 3 different sites, and Roxy was one of them. My password changed, and I wasn't hacked, so...
That's crazy.
That's really
But it does happen.
And I don't know if you
If
want
anybody has problems with that, let us know.
And what I do is I open a text document and I just pound a bunch of keys for a couple seconds. And then in that mix, I just pick what my password is, and I know it starts with P. So every time I go back to that little text file, I know if I go from P to N, I've got my password. I copy and paste that into the game. I never type it, so keyloggers can't be tracking your password because you're not typing it, you're copy and pasting it. I'm sure if they're on your PC, they'll see it, but that's a different story and not likely to happen. You may want to try that for passwords. That's what I do anyway. So I know they can't, it'd take a billion tries to figure out my password because it's just a bunch of punch keys in a text document and I select a piece of that.
Slick.
Password managers like LastPass work very well too.
Okay, moving on. Anybody else have anything, any concerns?
Les fingers are hovering over the keys, wants to keep the tempo.
One other thought that I had, we kind of touched on last night, Hardy and Bell and a few of us were talking about. Not everybody is a crafter, and for those of us that are crafters, it just hurts us when we hear that people vendor crafting materials. So if you don't, forward them to somebody. You know, if need be, we can pay you for them, the vendor cost or whatever. But please don't vendor crafting materials. Somebody can use it. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it bothers me when people vendor stuff like that because I can use that to help the next person.
I cringe.
It doesn't just bother me. It's a cringe. It's a, why did you do that kind of moment. Just because you can't use a crafting item doesn't mean someone else can't to help someone else out and it can.
Sax and I both have bank tunes that will hold crafting materials for people that don't need them. Roxy Bank and Nike Bank both hold crafting materials for people. So feel free to send any crafting materials to them and COD it if you need to send it and need the postage back.
Or you need some money for it. We'll pay vendor price for crit items and stuff like that. You know, I know everybody's trying to put a little money in their pocket while they're leveling. Once you hit end game, money is not an issue. If you go out and work for it, you don't have to vendor every little tiny thing. So please, the crit items especially, and high level stuff you can't use, or even any level stuff you can't use, it helps the crafters craft goodies for everybody, and we can share to everybody. Sax has a kin mail to put out on that. And while we got kin mails up, nobody recently has really complained about them, but we have had people in the past say, this is just stupid. I get so many kin mails in my mailbox. This is dumb. I know about my player notes. I've been in here for a year. Well, that's great. Well, not everybody has. So the kin mails we sent out are for everybody that doesn't know the information. So please have a little consideration when we're sending these emails. I know some of us have seen them a dozen times in our email box. If the kin mail pops up and it's one of our repeatables and you know about your player notes and your player notes are set, just delete it. I don't need to hear about it. I don't need to hear about how many you got in the last 3 weeks about player notes. Just delete it. We have new people that don't know how things are done or specific ways we have in doing things, and sending out these emails keeps everybody in the loop. Please be patient with us on that. Yes, we send out a lot of kin mails. Communication is key with a group this big. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but those that were with us when we transferred over from Arkenstone, we came here with 32 pages of people. That means we cut out 38 pages of people that were alts, non-actives, etc., or didn't want to move. Since we've been on Arkenstone February, Sax?
Yes.
February, we have doubled in size and we are at 73 and a half pages of Kinnys. 73 and a half pages out of 75 full of Kinnys. We have 476 active emails on the website that get the email kin letter. 476. Not all of them are active people. Some people are still Roxys that still want to be Roxy, and maybe they'll come back later in the game. Maybe they just continue to support us. That's almost 500 people on our active email list, and that's pretty darn good for a Lord of the Rings community kin. I think it is. So we have doubled in size. We have a lot of new players. We've assimilated 2 kins into us. No, we are not the Borg, but yes, we did assimilate. There might be a 3rd one coming to talk to us before the end of the year. So Roxy Manor will be full again. In less than a year's time, we've doubled. And it's all owed to everybody here, each and every one of you, that makes this kin a great place to log into. So blame yourselves for us being full. It's a good thing. It's okay. The word of mouth has gotten out. People we quest with, I get letters saying, hey, I quested with your Roxy people, bunch of great guys and gals. Thanks for, I hear it all and see it all and get reports from Kinnys about, oh, we did this with these people and they said, hey, we were great and we can run with them whenever. It's beautiful. Please keep up the good work, y'all.
Which is exactly why ITW came here.
Just wanted to add to that.
Yep.
Because we'd played with you guys and wanted to be part of it.
Yay.
Yay!
And I'm super happy that y'all did find a home here. I really am. I love new people coming in, and it makes me feel real good when I know we got something good going on that we can share with everybody else. And when people come in and decide to make this their home, it really makes me feel good. Most of y'all know I'm kind of broken and I'm housebound. I don't get out. I don't have friends come over anymore. So this is my social life. So when I'm hanging out with everybody here, it's because I like y'all. I try to get to know a little something about each person, and the chore is getting harder because over the last 9 years we've gone through thousands of people. And the other day we pulled up the list of Kinnys of the Month since 2012, and I had tears in my eyes reading the list over some of the most beautiful friendships I've probably ever had were made in this game, because y'all are just so damn wonderful, you know. So please keep that up.
And you know, a note about that is February we came to this server as a new kin. Yeah, sure, the kin's been around for a long time, but you know, we were looking for a new home and trying to establish roots here. So, you know, having other kins want to come and join up with us and be part of that is really awesome, because we didn't know how we would blend in, you know. And we had some difficulty at first. Some people were like, "Oh, you Brandywine people coming here, you know,
Brandy
ruining
trash.
our server, blah blah blah." You know, so it's really nice to see everybody kind of come together and want to join us.
And Arkansas welcomed us with big open arms, and we'll do the same back to people here in Arkansas.
Yeah, I remember that troll on the Lotro forums calling us trash, and then a couple weeks later saying he was wrong. That was good stuff.
That was real good stuff to see.
That's cool.
Oh, the same person that called you trolls? I mean, called you horrible people, said he was wrong? Fabulous.
Yep. Right. He said, I don't admit it often, but I was wrong about Roxy Manor. They are some good people, blah, 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 blah. I think he snuck a tune into our kin and found out what we're really like on the inside.
He's a well-known Lotro forums troll. He's always talking trash about everybody, and yeah, he actually changed his opinion about us after about 2 weeks.
That was beautiful.
That's so awesome.
I have to say.
Oh, I do have an announcement. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, IT members that I'm watching, I see them way happier in the game now. So it has been great for ITW, in my opinion.
Gotta agree. It's reinvigorated me. Yeah, it's reinvigorated my want to play.
I don't think you guys were unhappy. I think
No.
it's you were lonelier. I think it was you have more options, more friends now, because I loved all you guys before you came over. But I'm so happy you're here. I can't even say.
There it is. Ellie said it. We ITWs were lonely. Hey, we're super glad to have y'all here. Y'all some really nice people, and you're Roxy material for sure.
Really, really happy that you're all here, and really happy that you're happy.
Definitely. I'm
Can't
telling
tell
you,
you
we got a good thing going.
Yeah, that just made my weekend when I heard that y'all wanted to get together and talk about that. And can't tell you how fun that was for me.
Almost like an early Christmas.
It really was so special. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I see Mr. Andren is in chat. He says, I missed you all too. Was super excited when Joker said you were coming. We're thinking about coming. All right. Yeah. Mr. Andren.
He's here.
Are you here at the Kid House?
He's hiding in the corner.
Where are you?
Straight
Front
across
and
from you.
center.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
He's over on the wall.
Why can't I see him? Get over here, Andrew. Front and center.
Take a bow.
Right there, brother. Andrew's one of our council members. We talked about this the other night. The officers got together and we're just kind of poking things around. And we decided Andrew needs to be rewarded for his efforts on council and everything that he does and that positive spirit that he has. And I think your birthday's tomorrow, or was it yesterday, Andrew?
Yesterday.
Happy belated birthday, sir, and thank you very much for all the events you hosted during your birthday week and above. You did a lot of box gathering and all kinds of stuff, and it's awesome to see somebody step up above and beyond. And in rewarding for that, we would like to offer you a position on the officer corps, if it's something you want to do.
Wow. Andren, congrats. Oh, assuming he accepts. Do you accept,
Well,
Andren?
congrats on getting the offer.
Ah, congrats. Way to go. Take it, take it.
You've done a great job, brother. Everything you do exemplifies what we have going on with Roxy Manor, and we would definitely appreciate it if you would join the officer corps and be part of that voice that guides us into 2017.
I see a sure I'd love to in there.
Yay!
Yes. Yeah, he won't have to wake Nakia up every day. Nakia, are you awake? Andren, baby, please set your player note.
There you go.
O for officer. You cannot be promoted until you set your player note.
I'm sorry, Lala, but you're gonna have to copy and paste it. I don't know how to do it properly.
Change the player note now. You have
Did I hear a little emotion in Andron's voice?
Yeah, a little bit. Thank you.
He was teary-eyed.
You deserve it.
You're
No, this
awesome.
is a good time of the year for that to happen too. Change. There it is. Andrew, and remember all your alts and change the player notes.
Yes, love, I will do that.
Thank you very much for being the kind of person that exemplifies what we have here, Oxy Manor. And anybody, you don't need an over a C behind your name to show that spirit and show it off to the rest of the server, the world, other kinnies. As everybody knows, officers and council positions are not permanent. We have people stepping up and stepping down for personal reasons in life. We are always keeping an eye on everything that's going on, and we make notations of people that are doing the above and beyond to help with others. And when the time comes where we need more people to fill seats, those are the ones we usually go to first and say, hey, is this something you'd be interested in? It's never a voluntold position. It's all voluntary. And give it up to our officers and council for all the work they do in keeping the calendars full and keeping us drama-free and leading the runs and starting the groups and teaching the groups, hosting the Class 101s, putting up with all of our nonsense. The O&C really deserve a big hand for everything they do. And it's nice to see Brewster and Nike back. It's like the right foot and left foot of Hardy up here. It's really good to see both of you back in the game and enjoying yourselves in it.
It's good to be
Y'all
back.
were missed.
Even if one of you is a Texan.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, hey.
And the goat you rode in on. Anybody else have anything they'd like to bring up? Any concerns, questions? If there's problems, we can't fix them until we know about them.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I think everybody can hear you.
I just have a question. Like, there are some runs I would like to post on the calendar, but I get kind of embarrassed because I'm not sure how to, do the run. So can I just, what do I do about that?
Good question.
What kind of runs are they? Are they things that you see people running now? Or are they sort of obscure events that maybe some people haven't run in a while?
There are some like one of my favorites is maybe like the Sambrog run, or sometimes they have the other other 6-man ones. For example, I'm trying to think of it was Karn Doom. Just stuff that maybe they'd be old runs, and some of them are new runs. I just kind of like the company and just the thrill of doing the run, but there's just some that I'm not really familiar how to do, and I kind of don't want to look foolish, hosting a run, but not even knowing how to do them.
Okay, well, for any of the Sambrog, the Great Barrows things, if you want to do those, send me a mail. I will just say right now I will volunteer to lead you on those. And then teach you if you want to be able to run them on your own. And we can get those done anytime you want.
Thank you so much. I'm so
I am
appreciative.
Lala because there's so many people in Kin. So I will type in Kin chat, just a reminder, send me a mail. Also, Lego knows pretty much any instance. I'm volunteering him at this point. He knows any instance in this game. If you see a Lego tune on, and again, people use the
User
Kin
disconnected
notes.
from your
If
channel.
you don't know how to read the Kin notes, there's a little arrow. It is by the location in your kinship tab. Click it and you will cycle through various options, and one will be player notes. If you see Lego on, he is very willing to do anything in this Kin for anybody, and he's he's there to do stuff fun that's maybe things people don't run often. He'd be happy to run you on those too. And I didn't actually.
Yeah, we've got some kiddies that know the instances. We got some people that have been here 6, 7, 8, 9 years that know a lot of the old stuff too. If you have any problems, you want to host a run, but you don't know it and you want to learn it or just run it, get with the officers and council, and there's some other people too that you can get with, and we can get the events posted up there between me and Sax and a couple others, Bell, Carth. There aren't any runs we don't know in this game.
And
And
yeah,
don't be
Rabbit did
afraid.
just. Sorry.
Whenever you're creating an event on the calendar, it's got the little notepad area that lets you type. Like if you're looking for particular classes or whatever, don't be afraid to admit you don't know the run well. You can ask Lala. We started doing Tower of Orthanc about a month or two ago, and it'd been forever since I ran it. And I actually told her to delete it because I didn't know it. So, I mean, don't be afraid to say you don't know the answers. We're here to help each other learn.
Step up, make it known, and we'll make it happen.
And check the calendar because Ravi's been posting those same runs that you're mentioning for the last week or week before.
Thank
Any
you so
other
much.
questions, comments? Oh, of course, Barry.
Sorry. You guys are just so awesome. I just, there's a huge reason why I joined this kin, because I remember, either, especially in the old Brandywine server when I would join World Chat, as far as, joining in on runs, some of the people were downright rude, and kind of like, we expect you to either already know the run or just be very insulting, like, don't you know how to follow directions and whatnot. I'm just glad because everybody here seems to be very helpful and willing to help the lobies like myself. It doesn't matter, it just doesn't seem too much of a hassle for anybody to help us. And I mean, we just love you guys, and we're very proud to be a part of this family. I just want to say that out there.
Yay! We love having you. Who are you on right now?
I am on I have a Pytha, my minstrel right now.
We're friends on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't know that was you. I'm so sorry, sweetie.
Oh no problem. I should have said who I was. Sorry.
Yes, Sandra. Yes, just send me a mail, sweetie, and I will get any of that run that you want done, taken care of.
Yay!
Baldwin sent me a message. He wants to know if he can get 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and yield the floor to Baldwin's. So, Bald, if you got something to say it up, brother.
Hey everyone, my name is Baldwin. I'm a Guardian. I'm a longtime player returning and just found this kinship a little over a week ago. No problems at all. It's actually the opposite. I am just extremely impressed by the helpfulness, friendliness that I've seen here. I just, more than any place I've ever been in my time, I've never found the kinship just so great. I mean, I used to lead one I thought was great, but really every single person has helped in some way or another, not just the uppers, everyone. And I just want to say I really appreciate everyone.
User joined your channel.
We're glad you're here.
Hello.
One of my happiest moments happened outside a game, and it was a couple months ago. I had little boy's birthday, and we had it at the park. And Sandra and Ricardo hail it, and Paitha showed up and brought their clan of kids. Corbo brought one of his kids down from San Marcos, and we posted some pictures on the Roxy Manor page. And then one of the pictures you can see 4 of the adults in the background with like 15 kids up in front of us. And I tell you what, even though it was the kid's birthday party, it was super awesome to get to hang with kiddies in real life and share a laugh and share some food, and all the kids running around playing, doing their thing, and just had a super great time. So I can definitely attest, while we're all family here inside Roxy Manor in the game, it does extend further out from the game, 100%. I wear my Roxy t-shirts to my doctor's appointments, and when I get to go out to family events, it's not often I leave the house, but when I do, I represent Roxy Manor because it gives me a sense of pride just in knowing everybody and getting to hang with everybody and y'all my family.
We had a super awesome time as well, and we still got Buñuelos that are supposed to be on the way to the Otto household.
I love Buñuelos. We're still going to get together and do taco salad night, and he's got to get Pumpkin not so busy on one of these weekends, and we'll sit down and do it, and we'll have all of us come together. We got a big old backyard for the kids. We got dogs for the kids to play with. We're going to have a blast.
Yeah, do I have to wear my Roxy t-shirt?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
We need to do a raid in Dave's house for eggnog pancakes till April.
Ooh, that sounds good.
What are you talking about? Us?
Yes, we're talking about you.
Hello, tiny human.
Sandra and Carlos and Ricardo have some beautiful kids. I tell you what, they were
Oh,
a
they
blast to hang out with.
Her kids are so gorgeous. Well, Sandra's gorgeous, of course. Tiny human genetics.
Anything else anybody would like to bring up? Any problems? I'm waiting for someone to have a problem so we can squish it.
Yeah, let's.
You don't have to hold back.
I just want to add to the bank storage, but if anyone's got a problem, go ahead first.
No problems at all?
Yes.
Only problem
Kinda.
I'm having isn't actually a problem. It's just seeing people in subpar gear ask. I'm happy to help. Crafting.
I like that crappy
It
gear.
makes me happy.
Who is
We got
resident PC expert?
We've got a handful of them. Yeah.
Can you type in chat the names so I can get a hold of one or two?
You don't like
anybody PC literate? Go ahead and put your name in the kin chat so we know who you are. If you have real serious problems and you need a super fix, we've got a guy that runs his IT company, and he will get online and work through your computer to help you fix your stuff. I know because he's done it to my stuff half a dozen times. The guy's great.
With TeamViewer.
We got Horace, we got Sarge, or Sarge talking about gear.
So you're just pretty good with the computer issues too. If he don't know it, he pretty much knows where to find it.
Yeah.
Don't ask Hardy. I'm lucky to turn my machine on every day.
I did the admin thing in the pre-chat program, Pal Talk, computer help, helping people for 3 or 4 years online for free with their PC issues. We had a girl that didn't know how to do anything. Talked her through formatting the PC and everything, so it can be done.
Wow. My dog went under my table, under my desk yesterday, and my computer shut down, and I had no power on anything, and I'm flipping switches on the power supply thing, plug in, and the buttons on the computer, and I got my panel open on the computer, and I'm checking the router, and I'm checking the Time Warner box, and I'm freaking out, and I'm getting ready to have an anxiety attack. And I was like, where is my plug? And I looked under the desk and just touched it a little bit, and everything came back on. And yeah, so I'm not the one to ask about computer stuff.
No, you just did the IT thing right there. What do you mean? That made you
Unplug it for 10 seconds, then try it.
Yeah,
So the dog pulled the plug out.
That's
Really
the,
is.
that's the
It's
first
the
thing.
first thing any internet company will tell you when you call saying you have problems. Unplug your router, count to 10, plug it back in.
And
I just had to plug back in the power supply strip. That's all I had to do.
They even tell you to do that if you tell them you've already done it. I've
Yeah.
disconnected my entire everything, and then I call them, and they say
They
"We
still
need-
make you
we
do
need
it.
Yeah, they want
Because
you to.
they don't
want to
believe
watch
you.
it. No, they want.
They wanna
Yeah,
see it.
they don't
watch
believe
it.
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So if
watch
you got
it.
problems, get with one of the experts, and problems can be helped with. If you have in-game problems, go ahead.
Sorry. It's not that they don't believe you. Being, like I said, I did IT for 15 years as well. It's because they need to see. It's not because they want you to do it and they don't believe you. They want to see what's happening. Packets being lost, there's a disconnection. It's not because they're being jerks.
seeing the old numbers, seeing the new numbers when you plug it
Right.
in.
Sax, I just got to tell, Durandal is saying that when he visits the website, he is getting a 401 page not found error.
He copied it wrong, or has the apostrophe at the end when he copy and pasted. Sometimes you add that apostrophe because it pops into that chat.
Yeah, he's at the end of the internet.
Because I'm at the site, it's working here.
I am there. It's working fine for me.
So just wanted to add on the story, you have the bank there, and actually it was Chaos the other day, and he was wondering what runs to do to get
User
some
disconnected from your
DA rep.
channel.
And I remember I had 2 tunes that I didn't feel like leveling, and I took one from 85, my Berg, to 101 with just DA rep items. I was wondering if we could not have a bank for all task items, but those that are plentiful, like swords and hatchets and spears, if just some kind of bank of various levels that people could get a little bit of rep without having to make sure they do all 45 quests in the area for the 10th time on their 10th tune. Just a thought.
I usually spam mine out in Kin Chat. Right now, storage space is at a premium. That's why we don't store a lot of class quest items and stuff like that. Just about every kid house and personal house right now is filled to the gills with OHC stuff. We shouldn't have to need anything crafted. If someone wants to volunteer a house for task items and be in charge of that, I don't have a problem with it.
I can buy a kin house and take those.
I will be able to buy
There
a
we
kin
go.
house. I will be able to buy a kin house in, I think, 3 weeks. And I did that just to have some extra storage for folks. And so, you know, if you're looking for task items, people, and this is for everybody, a lot of us are hoarders. Just ask in chat. Does anybody have any level, whatever, task items? A lot of us have a lot of those things hoarded.
And we'll pin that and have that up for the council officer discussion and come out with a proper answer and an email for it. So if anybody wants to volunteer on that, send Hardy Rocks, Sexy Rocks, and IKEA Rocks a mail and let us know that you're interested in holding, storing, and don't mind having your chest open or being available to pass stuff out. Yeah, exactly like Austin Cap's got there. His stuff, I take that stuff and I throw it out in Kin Chat.
Well, a lot don't realize
Anybody else?
Task items can get to the rep, and a lot don't realize that all task boards are now in the housing area. So just put all the task items you have from the bank in your bags, go to the housing area, just by the town center is all task boards for all areas. Save
And
running around.
multiple reps. So if you're doing, say, 100 to 105, there's multiple reps on that. So if you're looking for a specific rep, just keep looking. It's there.
Make sure to pick the right one and don't waste them on one you already have.
Yeah, that's
Good
my
point.
problem.
I did that.
Anybody else? We will be touching on OHC more in depth the closer we get to it when we have our first OHC.
Which is
Try to
tomorrow.
be on, which is tomorrow, be on an hour beforehand so we can go over how and what we do. And everybody has an idea of what's going on. Sax has costumes to pass out to people if you want. I think there's a band costume this year. So if you're in the band and don't have it, get with them. If not, I hope some of the veterans of the kin show up and lead by example, and we can get some people out there on our first night. Our first night out there, I really would like it to be a gangbuster night and see 20, 30 Roxy Manor people celebrating OHC and putting forth our name in a good light and showing this server this is how we do it Roxy style.
So can we come just to support you?
Oh,
Absolutely.
We have all different levels of volunteers. If you want to be a runner and give stuff out, we can set you up. If you just want to come hang out and show support, we'll give you a stack of fireworks. No one will be standing around doing absolutely nothing. You can be running around, you can be dancing, you can be setting off fireworks, you can spar with other people. Anything to do other than just stand around. Come slap me with fish. Even that's countable. And I'm going to touch on this before we get started on it. If anybody trolls the OHC events, or if other people are throwing out negative comments in World Chat, or we get people showing up that are just being, pardon my French, assholes, we do not respond to them. We do not acknowledge them. We don't say anything to them. We do nothing. The best thing we do is drop tickets. If the community event manager is about supporting events, then we drop tickets on people that are griefing a kin server event. That is how we deal with the trolls. So please, nobody respond negatively. Nobody tell people they don't know what they're talking about. We ignore them. That's the best way to fight a troll.
Hardy, asshole isn't French, just in case you were confused.
I don't know how to say asshole in French. I wish I did.
Where's Joker?
Where's
when you need him?
Joker? Joker speaks French.
Well, you could always
And
go
these-
Spanish.
Culo!
Pendejo!
Any other questions? I'll go ahead and wrap this up. We can get back to doing what we're doing. I need to go find me some snacky snack and get some
You're
breakfast in
missing
me.
something.
What am I missing?
Yes, you are missing something.
'Twas the
It's an
night
Lemon
before
jump.
Yule
Oh,
Fest.
yep. Sax has to do our reading. This is a poem written by a Kenny many years ago, before our first official OHC, and it's a Roxy tradition. Sax, take it away, sir.
Wait. What's the name? I gotta put it in kin chat. I don't know the
Record
name.
I've already got it for Kin Chat.
Record it.
Oh, okay.
I've got it macroed. Alright. 'Twas the night before Yule Fest, and all through the kin house, not a creature was stirring, not even a pesky dormouse.
User in your channel
The
started
stockings
recording.
in Sax's 50-pound salmon were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that Hardy Claus soon would be there. The kinmates were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of radiance gear danced in their heads. And Sherry in her red robe with her lynx in her lap had just settled on a bear rug for a long evening nap. When out in the yard there arose such a clatter, Sherry sprang from the rug to see what was the matter. Away to the front in quite a hurry, tore open a door, eyes still blurry. The moon on the water of the nearby creek gave midnight an aura not so bleak. What did she see when grabbing her coat but a large sleigh and 8 nimble Moria goats? With the champion
User
driver who
disconnected
took no
from your
pause,
channel.
she knew in a moment it must be Hardy Claus. More rapid than Loremaster eagles they came, he whistled and shouted, for the roof they did aim. And then in a twinkling Sherry heard on the roof the stomping and pawing of each goat hoof. As Sherry closed the door and was turning around, down the chimney Hardy Claus came with a bound. He was dressed in red from his head to his feet, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of gear he had flung on his back. He looked like a Middle-earth vendor just opened his pack. He was dual-wielding weapons, a strong champ by far, and Sherry bowed when she saw him expecting a spar. With a wink of his eye and a twist of his head, plus 6 hope, let Sherry know she had nothing to dread. He spammed Kin Chat, going straight to his work, listing gear, then turned with a jerk. With arms flailing, certainly feared by his foe, he gave a nod, and up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, prepared to swift travel, fervor high, casting sentence like a judge's gavel. But Sherry heard him exclaim as he drove off with a clamor, "Merry Yule tidings to all from Roxy Manor."
Awesome.
That was great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks.
Sax, check chat. The link that you posted for PC help for the technical thing is definitely returning an error for me as well as Durandal. So I don't know if we need a new sticky or something.
I still
Give me a
have
second to check it.
Yeah, same here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sachs.
Not a problem.
That was awesome. I've never heard that actually.
Also, we got, do we have one more thing to go over?
Okay, Sax, what you posted, Hardy posted, is Sherry still alive or did she just leave the kin?
She passed away.
I'm so sorry. That's hard to do, is have that happen to a kinmate.
We have several that have passed away over the years that we keep in memoriam.
That's incredible.
And if you're ever on the Guild Wars 2 side, we actually have a memorial garden in our Guild Wars kin house where everybody that's no longer with us is listed.
Yeah, I've left instructions with my daughter. If anything happens, she has to log on and tell my kin.
Sure would appreciate it.
I'll try to talk the wife into it, but I don't see it happening.
Well, my daughter
That
is
game?
a Lotro player, so she gets it.
Anybody have anything else? Going once. Going twice.
Hey, Hardy.
Yes, sir.
I've been holding my tongue this whole time, but hearing everybody talk, I just wanted to throw out there that I don't think I've ever heard or been involved in any kind of online community that even comes close to the heart of the people that I've heard talk today. And I'm just proud to be a member.
Thank you very much.
One of you people are going to get me crying yet.
Yeah, I already am. Hardy,
I'll tell you, it's
change it to heart, not hard.
we've got a great bunch of people. It makes it easy on everybody else. Our officers and council are second to none in the efforts they put forward into keeping this a fun place. I try to tell the ONC that it's not all fun and games. We do have to put some work in behind the scenes to make sure we keep it happy. We have the communication. We keep Kenny's happy. I know we can't please everybody all the time at the same time, but we do our best to keep the majority happy. When you log into the game, this is your place to escape. You shouldn't have a bunch of drama for the mamas. This is fun time here. And that's our number one. You come in, you come online, you do what you want, you help if you can, you pay it forward. But first and foremost, you're here to have fun.
And on that note, if there is anything that you have an issue with, anything you feel is a problem, no matter how remote it is, get with one of the officers of the council, because that's what we're here for.
All the OC, including myself, have open door policy. So if you don't feel comfortable talking to one, take it to another person. And let us know what the problem is so we can attempt to fix it. Everybody good and happy? We ready for OHC tomorrow?
And that goes for a lot of other things that we do. We've got a lot of different people that have a lot of different professions, a lot of different background. Anybody who's in school, use this as a resource. I know I've been working on my master's for the last 2 years, and without you guys, I wouldn't have been able to get through a lot of the stuff. You've been helpful with getting information for me, resources, just listening to me vent through a lot of the stuff. And I know I'm not the only one who's going through the school issue right now. I know Sax has been going through it for a while now too, and you guys have been phenomenal.
We're glad to have you here, Gail. You deal with mental health issues, and I'm pretty sure half of us have those. So thank you very much.
I thought we all did. To some sort.
We're probably going to be a case we're going to be a case study when he does his thesis. Mental health and gaming in Lotro.
Actually, they're actually getting ready to put that into the DSM-5.
But good.
Thank y'all.
It doesn't have to just be
Hardy,
PC help.
this is Jer.
You could be having
Hey,
trouble with
Jer.
Hey, Jer.
Just for the new people, I think the other people have already heard this. I keep a tune over here that just does emotes, so I can do all of the like earnable emotes: bow, salute, cheer, laugh, flirt, kiss, fight, scold, whatever. And if anybody wants to, in 20 days, you get the whole package of emotes.
Yeah, Jer's got his tune set up. You show up here to get your ingredient packages. People use the ingredient packages. They're great for making stuff for your own tunes, so there is no reason why you can't have stuff. I think it's 9 packs or
9 a
something a day. And use them. That's what they're here for. And Sax is saying after we close the meeting, he will do an outfit exchange for OHC, and we'll move to the OHC channel for TS. So unless anybody's got anything else, I want to declare this meeting a success. Thank you everybody for showing up. Thank you everybody for being a part of the best kin on the server, and especially thank you very much for allowing me to use y'all as my social life and enjoy your friendship and company tremendously.
Thank you,
Second
Hardy.
that.
Thank you for helping us become the best kin.
Thank you.
It's not me,
User
brother. It's the
disconnected
Kinnies.
from your channel.
That's who I blame.
Thank you all.
ITW was an awesome kin too, and this is such an extension of how we were before that I really appreciate being here.
Ditto, okay?
You know, we don't Hardy and Nike will tell you, we don't take kin merges as something lightly. And I know Ravy and Horath, when we talked to them, you know, about them coming into us, they probably felt like they were getting drilled with questions. But I can honestly say that the ITW and ROT people that have joined us have all been spectacular people.
Talk
I'll
about
second
square
that.
pegs for square holes. I mean, super good fit.
I agree.
That's why we're all happy to have you here.
We're awesome.
Agree.
Only that
Yep.
Sarge guy.
Agree with that.
Hey.
Hey, Barley.
Paulie managed to get
All right, I gotta go poke the wife and find something to eat, get my blood sugar stable, and then I will be on willing to.
For anybody that doesn't have outfits for OHC,
User disconnected
we
from
are,
your channel.
well, I am going to be going over to the vault here in the Kin District, and I will be hopping up to the OHC channel. So if anybody does not have any outfits or just wants to kind of see
User
what I
left your
have,
channel.
I will meet you up there.
User
Does
left your
this
channel.
snow-dusted traveling thing count as an outfit?
User in your channel is recording.
Yes, it
User
does.
left your channel.
Okay, good.
User
Phew.
left your channel.
It's just a collection of some of the robes and dresses, you know, that they've done. Yeah.
User
But you
disconnected
know, a lot
from
of
your
people,
channel.
especially newer people, you know, don't have it. So figured I'd trade with people, let them throw it in their wardrobe, and yeah.
Can you
And
dress
I
me,
even brought
Zach?
dyes too. What?
Can you dress me, please?
I don't know if we have any body bags around, but I mean we can try.
I got the bag for the hat. I've got that.
There's an extra charge for that service.
Hey, baby, real
And-
quick, are you able to post that to the Facebook? Does that go on like a file or something?
Yeah.
Could you post that up there, and I'll do a little typing on it, make it look all pretty after you do it?
Sure.
You are awesome. Thank you for recording that. I know we have people
User
that
in
were
your
sending me
channel stopped
messages last
recording.
night that said they can't make it. They wanted to be here, the whole 9 yards.
User disconnected
And
from your channel.
if they could have that up there to listen to, I
User
know
disconnected
they
from
will
your
be
channel.
thankful for it.
Ravi was star
I don't think
recorder.
I don't think she'd be able to actually put the audio of it up there.
I think you can.
That would be a very big file. That's over an
Yeah.
hour. That's 2 hours basically of audio files.
YouTube
talking many,
YouTube it
many
and then put a link.
Hey
If you don't
Okay.
have a YouTube account, Ravy, I can give you my email address. You can just email the file to me, and I'll upload it, and then just give Hardy the YouTube link, so he can just use that when he types up his post.
Oh, whoever wants to post it, I don't care who does it. I don't need to be the one posting it.
No, but
I try to ditch responsibility, not take more on. Come on.
I recorded the poem part.
What was that?